Hey people, hey. So I have a story time. A story time where my mama was gonna kick my ass for coming in the house like 4 o'clock in the morning at 14. Let's put the glasses on first. I came in the house at 4 o'clock in the morning at 14 from Staten Island. So when I was like 14, 15, I think it was around that time, I had, my childhood friends. We all grew up with each other. So always go hang out with them in Marcy Projects. So, me and my childhood best friend, it was like, yo, let's go, because that's her cousins. It was like, yo, let's go to Marcy. So we went out, we went to Marcy. We had something to do. I think it was one of their people's family or friends was having a party or get together. So we young, we went. I don't even remember how we got there. I don't know if we took a cab. I don't know if we took the train. I don't know if we took the bus. We got there. So we went and we had a good time. It was cool, smooth sailing. So it was time for us to go. So we knew that we was going to spend the night in Marcy because we used to always spend the night at their house when we used to go. So we got there. We having a good time or whatever. So it's time for us to go. So we took the train home. I don't even remember the location where it was located. I just know we took the train home. So we took the train home, and on our way coming home, it was some boys. We young. It was a group of us. We all young. We all hype. Me, I was more like the quiet, laid back type of person when it was coming down to like boys or people I didn't know. But when it was down to my friends or my family, I was loud. I was quench. I'm the loud one. I like to laugh. So with them, I'm having a good time. I used to have these long, crazy nails back then. Like long, like, you go to the nail salon, they be like, cut now? You be like, no, don't cut my nails. And you leave it long. Like before the girls nowadays do the long nails, I was doing the long nails back then. So, and I don't even think they was as crazy as how they nails be now. So, now I think they just made some extra length because my shit was long, but it was like the normal length long. It was long, And at my age, I used to do stupid shit. Now, mind you, I was a virgin. I ain't never had no boyfriend. So, little positions that I was doing on my nails and all that with airbrush. It was airbrush time. So, it was back in the days when you used to like take the little stem things and spray it, whatever, put quench, put your name, put whatever. I used to just do it. It was summer youth. Had my little coins, probably $100, probably more than that, 200, whatever. Got my nails done. So we on the train or whatever, and we see some boys. So they all talking to them. I'm more lean back. I'm smiling though, So somebody exchanged numbers. I believe they gave us their number. So the next day, we was at their house. We spent the night. Next day, we like, yo, let's call them. So we called them or whatever. We on the phone. Everybody laughing. They asking who's who. Like, yo, who's shorty with this? Who that shorty? Who this girl? Who that girl? So everybody saying who. They was like, yo, we should all link up. Don't know when the link up time happened. I don't know if it was that next week. I don't know if it was that next day. I don't know if it was a weekday or weekend. I know it was a link up coming. So if they end up watching this video, please let me know. So, we ended up going to Staten Island. I don't know if somebody had a phone. I know we called them and let them know that we was there. So we got off the ferry or whatever, we got there. So they was like, yo, just walk down the hill. So we walking down the hill, we going. So we get there, having a good time. It's crazy because I was like 14, 15. I'm 42. I'm going on 42. So I don't know, like, I don't remember exactly the time we got. I know it's still daytime. So that didn't matter. So we went there. Still daytime. We having a good time. It was kind of quiet a little bit. We all laughing after a while, joking. We wasn't drinking. We used to smoke. I don't know if we smoked there. Maybe we didn't. But little dip that mom, you seeing this, my bad. You ain't know, but your daughter did a little smoking back then. So we did that. So we just sitting there, we watching TV or whatever. So then after a while, it got kind of dark. How the sun went down. So my homegirl, she disappeared with old boy for, for a while, whatever. So it's getting late. So now we like, yo, call such and such, tell her we gotta go. So she's still not coming down. So we like, yo, we gotta go. Like, come on, tell her. Like, we can't go get it. Yo, we're gonna tell. I'm like, yo, go knock on the door and tell old boy. We didn't say old boy, but like, knock on the door and tell your homeboy, like, we gotta go. Tell her to come on. So finally, they came downstairs. Don't know what they was doing, didn't ask, didn't care, just wanted to go home. So I believe she ended up calling her mother because it was late. So she ended up calling her mother and telling her mother we coming home and stuff. Her mother barking like, yo, oh my gosh, Renee looking for LaShawn, such and such looking for her kids. You know, what the fuck? She's mad. So we all nervous, like, oh shit, we gonna get in trouble, whatever. But we still had a good time. So they was like, all right, let's walk in. So they ended up walking us to the ferry. So we walking, mind you, we gotta wait for the ferry, we gotta wait for the train. So we finally get, you know, we're taking the train, we were talking about how much fun we had, you know, but we're still scared. So we finally get around our way. I believe we dropped my childhood best friend home first. Her uncle ended up walking me home. I feel like my other two childhood friends went to another place, Bleecker Street. I feel like that. I'm not too sure. If y'all ever see this video, let me know after we drop, what's her name off, Dead. We go to Bleecker. I don't know why I keep picturing Bleecker. Maybe that probably was another story. I don't know. But I believe we went there and he was like, yo, y'all got in trouble. Fuck with y'all, whatever. So they uncle ended up walking me home. You know, he's telling me like, you know, you had your mom's worry. You know you're going to get in trouble. You know you're going to get an ass whooping. I'm like, I know. Crying and shit. Walking the door. Nobody could not tell me that my teeth was not about to be in my throat. Now, mind you, my bottom teeth is a little crooked already. I thought I wasn't going to have no teeth. So my mom's she was upset. She already had a headache. She was worried. She was crying. You know, she was doing whatever she was doing to calm her nerve. So, but when I'm saying smoke cigarettes. So finally, she get your ass in the fucking bed. Get in the bed. So I'm mad. I'm crying. Like, okay. So I go in the bed. My sister, she's just looking at me like, whatever. So the next day, my mom said my aunt called me, but I don't remember it being a call. I remember my aunt coming, my aunt and my cousin. And my aunt was like, let me tell you something. You You ever have my sister scared like that again, I'm gonna whip your ass. And I'm just crying. And she's like, I don't give a fuck about your tears. You ever walk in my sister's house late again, I'm gonna leave my house personally and bust your ass. My cousin, he mad at me. Like, yo, who played you? I'm gonna whip your ass. So now I'm sitting here crying. Nobody cares about my crocodile tears. Nobody cares about my crocodile tears. But it was crazy because the age that I was, walking in the house, like, you know, like leaving out, and I feel like in my heart, my eyes is red, but I feel like in my heart, if certain situations would happen, we would have left at a certain time. But what made it more worse, my mom didn't even know I was going to Staten Island. She knew I was at the, you know, the PJ. She thought I was in Marcy. We chose to go. They moms knew. Now, I don't even think they told their moms. I'm not too sure. But, you know, their mother was mad cool. So even if we would have did tell her, like, hey, we're going to, she would have been okay. But for us to sit there and thought it was okay for us as 14 and 15-year-olds to hop our asses on the train, to hop on a ferry, to go see some boys was wow. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. Now, we went again. This time we didn't stay that late. You know, my mom's ended up giving me another chance later on. You know, I'm like, please, please, please. Even when I got there, I let her know I was there. And then when we left, I was like, yo, Ma, I'm leaving. And she was like, all right. Then after that, I never went again. I'm surprised she let me go, because I wouldn't have let my child go. But my mom's was cool then. You know, I guess she was putting trust in me again. It was just like, I didn't let her know I was going. I didn't tell her shit. I just told her I was going to Marcy Project. I was going to Marcy. And she always knew I was always in Marcy. Marcy. If I wasn't in Marcy, me and my childhood best friend were just walking around in the Bushwick area, We was in the Star. We was in East New York. We was walkers. I wasn't even skinny then, but I was skinny enough. I had enough energy to walk mad places. But I was terrified. I was coming home like, I know I'm gonna get my sister. My mother was crazy. My mother didn't beat me and my sister. My mother beat us like, if me and my sister fought, and she'd be like, if y'all fight, I'ma bust both of y'all asses. And she never lied. She started it. She didn't care who started. Y'all fought together, and I told you sisters don't fight. So like 2 beatings. 2 beatings from her, 1 beating from my father. So I didn't get beatings. So that day I was nervous because I thought I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my life. You know, it's just like, because my son, my oldest had did something like that, but he was like 17. I was nervous. So when I walked in the door and I finally saw him, I straight chest because I was mad. So for her not to like hit me, it was just like, wow. And for her to let me go again. And I was even talking about that to her. She was like, but you went again, didn't you? She was like, I said, yeah, but this time I actually, you told me, yeah, but it was like spaced out. It wasn't like I got in trouble the next day. She was like, go. So, you know, we end up going again, and we enjoyed, we had fun that time too, but then it was just like, I'm not keep traveling all this way for some boys. I know. So we stopped going. Continue to talk on the phone, but you know, after that, that's died down. You know, we was teenagers. It was crazy. We lied about our age because I believe these boys was like 17, 18. So we was like, I was like, I'm 17. I'm 6. I think I said 16 or 17. How you do that? That's not cool because, you know, you wouldn't want to lie. But I would, you know, if anything would have went down, I would have said, yeah, I lied to the person because I would have told them that. But I was like 14, 15 when I did that. So when I was like years later, and I think I had my first child, and get a phone call. I was like, who is? Person said their name. I'm confused. What the fuck? Mind you, I was like 18. That's another story time of me being a teen mom or whatever. But I was like 18, 19, somewhere around there. And or maybe even 20. I know I had my first son. He was little. So when we did speak, it was like, oh, how you been? I'm like, I'm fine. I asked, you know, how he been. Did he have any kids? Asked how the friend was that my friend was talking to. I don't think he said the person had moved out of the mother's house and he was living somewhere else. I don't remember exactly where. And it was like, so how old are you now? And I had to like think like, yo, what the fuck? How old did I say I was? I'm like, I can't tell you my real age now because I look a little weird that I said I was like 17, 16. And now, son, I'm at a certain age and I'm like, oh, I'm 19, 20. You're like, what the fuck? Because I met you like, anywho, don't do no stupid shit like that, kids. But teenagers shouldn't be watching this. But if you are a teenager, don't do that. Just talk to your parents. Let them know, you know, I'm going such and such and such. And I be watching these videos like, yeah, I would never, you know, on Snap or all these little people. Why she went out? She didn't tell her moms. And it's like, they're trying to do the same thing at 14, 15. So I have a couple of story times of me being a teenager, doing something stupid. I wasn't wild. I just sometimes didn't think. Like when I was pregnant with I got pregnant with my son, how I, you know, well, we all know how you get pregnant, but you know, how my mother react, how my sister react, how the father react, his family. It wasn't bad. It was just, it was different, but he's here, you know. But yeah, thank you for watching my video. I know it's long, but that's my story time of me almost getting my ass whipped by my aunt. But coming in late, and my mama. I feel like in my heart, if I would have walked in that door and she never knew I was there, I would have got fucked up. But I'm blessed. You know, I learned my lesson. And I just try to take a different route with my kids. So when my son did it, it was like, he ain't go to Staten Island, but he was just, that's a story time of this boy gonna make me fuck him up if he don't change his ways. Cause baby, he wasn't gonna make it to see a certain age because he was taking me there. But I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the longest video I did. I enjoy story time. I have more stories to tell. If you want to hear more stories, you know, leave a comment, leave a I was gonna say leave a like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to hear more stories, just put underneath more stories. That's all I need you to put underneath the comment is more stories. I have more to give. I have more to give. All right, y'all. So y'all enjoy the rest of your day. I am going to unravel these locks, wipe this makeup off my face, and go lay down and enjoy the rest of my day. I might have a drink. I don't know. Shh, don't tell nobody. Y'all enjoy your day. Bye.